Hi YouTube, this video will be about the big boy tomato that I'm growing in my garden. I would like to do a review for the progress of the growth of this tomato. It's been planted in a garden where this year, at least this year, I've been trying to space my tomatoes very close to each other. In order to figure out or learn if there's an advantage of this to getting better quality fruit or more fruit in general. This particular plant happens to be planted between maybe about 12 inches. From each side I have another tomato plant growing. As you can see, on the right side of the tomato I have a Roma tomato or plum tomato planted, and on the left side of the tomato I have, I believe this is a cherry husky tomato. So because of the 12 inches of space on each side, which is humongous for my experimental garden this year, all the rest of the plants are planted maybe 6 to 8 inches apart. As you can see, the distance between these two stems. So I let this particular one, or this is the big boy, split into two stems, and now I have two stems that have developed a couple of fruit trusses with an average of 2, 3, and maybe this is the only truss that has five tomatoes on a truss. So looking at the size of the tomato, I am not sure why is it called a big boy. I have to research a little bit to see what the size of the fruit is supposed to be. To me, this is not a very big fruit. I do like the uniformity with which it set the fruits, because as you can see, it has the majority of its fruit set already, and I have already topped the top of the plant, not allowing it to develop any more flowers, and it's already starting to ripen from the bottom. So I like that portion of it, that it spends its energy to form and develop the fruits to an uniform size, and then it's gonna start ripening them, which kind of tells me I will not be worrying about having green tomatoes not ripen on the vine at the end of the season. With that being said, I was expecting to have a bigger size tomato. The only one that looks a little bit bigger, and it's not by much, is the one at the bottom. I have one single tomato. The other ones are the size of maybe an early girl tomato, or maybe here it's better. Right here, the orange tomato next to it is a plum tomato, which is much bigger than the tomato at the bottom of the big boy vine. So to me, there's something, either the plant is not correct and there's a mix-up in the plant, or maybe this plant is not supposed to have big fruits. One more thing that I think it's important to mention, and I am going to try to walk around the row, and excuse my video, I really don't have the best quality phone at the moment. I wanted to show you the condition of the leaves on this plant. You can see right away they're kind of curling, and this is the only plant here that is doing that. As you can see, the tomato plants on the left have bright green leaves that are not curling and not affected by the sun, and the big boy is kind of being affected by the sun. I am not sure if that's going to be a big issue, since I have topped the plant already. Maybe it's not going to be a big issue. Hopefully they don't get a disease or something, but I'll keep watching them and see what the end result is. So far, I am not totally impressed by the plant. Maybe it's not a bad idea to grow it instead of early girl, because I like the thickness of the stems. They're a little more sturdy, and I'm not worrying that they're gonna snap from the wind or other weather conditions or rain. And of course, I will do a taste test at the end of the season just to see that maybe I grow these instead of my early girl tomatoes, which kind of set fruit in a similar way, and they're either similar size or maybe a little bit smaller. And actually, we can take a look at those. These are the pink, they're pinkish already in color. So the pink tomatoes and these are all early girl. This is on the same plant. So this is it for my big boy tomato. I'm gonna have to make a decision based on the taste test from that tomato, and I will keep you posted. Well, thank you very much for my video. See you on the next. Bye.